Good evening, Duchess.
Good evening to you.
Good evening. My name is Martin Childs. I'm a reporter from the Horse and County magazine. Thank you for allowing me to interview you. I'm very sorry I had to cut this one short, but I'm travelling to South Africa, you see, and I'm waiting on a PCR test, which gives me a few moments to interview you. I hope you don't mind.
Not at all, not at all. The last time I was interviewed was when that wretched Duchess of Argyle and my husband were involved. Perhaps we oughtn't say any more about that.
Maybe another time.
Another time.
That sounds interesting. Well, how should I address you?
Oh, Duchess will be fine.
Duchess.
Duchess.
Very kind. Thank you, Duchess. Well, I must say, Duchess, you're looking extremely elegant.
Well, how very kind of you. Well, I thought I ought to make a little effort. I think the tiara's a little bit over the top, but one doesn't get a chance to wear a tiara in Burgess Hill. Mind you, maybe you should have a go and wear it in Waitrose. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea. Is that a gin and tonic you're drinking there?
Oh, yes, how lovely.
Do
Yes.
you like a gin and tonic?
I adore a gin and tonic. Yes, there we go.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Can I ask you a personal question?
Of course, my dear.
How did you meet your husband?
Well, it's very interesting. He came to tea. My mamma and his mother, they knew each other and they did a season, you know. She's an American and she comes from one of those very famous, not the Rockefellers, but someone similar to that. And that's how they met, during the season together.
Can I ask you what a season is?
Oh, well, you know, in the days when you were presented at court, you did a season, and really it was nothing more than trying to find a husband. And that's why the Americans came over. They wanted to marry a dukes and marquis and that sort of thing, you see. That's how it came about. And then, of course, it all faded away and the season was no more. I think there's a small season now, but nothing like it used to be, of course. No, nothing like it used to be. Now,
do people dress like you now?
Oh, nowadays?
Nowadays?
Oh, I think some of them do when they go to big events. Of course, the Queen, you know, she always has parties and things, so you know they do then get dressed up. But I still like to get together now and then with my dresses and things. You know, even sitting in this little house, I like to do that. You know, it makes an occasion of the whole thing. But I need to tell you a little bit about the boy Lionel. His name was. He was very young. And he was at the King's School in Ely. Now, King's School is one of the Henry VIII schools, but it goes back further than that. Wikipedia, I discovered, says that there was a school there in 900, and it makes it one of the oldest schools in the world.
Goodness.
Isn't that amazing?
Amazing.
Amazing. Anyhow, this is a little photograph of him, and that's how he looked when I first met him. He was, of course, the second son. He was what is known as a spare. A spare.
I've never heard that before.
Well, no. All the big houses, they had always tried to have two boys. Because two boys, then you've got a spare in case the first one died. Which, of course, is what happened. His brother died, and so that's how he became the Duke, and I became a Duchess.
Goodness.
Yeah. Yes, and now what else now is there? A spare. Now, I told you about the spare, didn't I?
You did.
So I think that covers it, as I did. Now, tell me, you're going back to South Africa?
Yes.
Now, are you going, is it a work trip?
It is.
Oh, a work one.
Work.
I see. And are you going to be interviewing people?
Yes,
Oh, how
absolutely.
marvellous. Well, I'd be very interested to hear about that story when you come back.
Well, look out. It'll be Martin Childs,
Okay.
is my name, reporting for the Horse and County.
How marvellous.
You can buy that in Waitrose, the magazine.
Oh, but
Horse-
then I should
Horse
look
and-
out for it.
Martin Childs.
Yeah, good. Well, thank you so much. And as I say at the end of all my interviews, more to come.